All right, good afternoon, families. This is Jimmy Friday coming to you here with our head of school, Jeff Pickering. We are sitting in our newly renovated tech lab, and we're excited to share some news with you about the blessings God has richly poured out here at Covenant, and some information about what to expect in the near future as well.
Sure.
So Jeff, would you mind just reviewing some of the blessings we've seen over the last year?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been an exciting year. It has been a full year. The summer, as great as it was very exciting, but it was also, there was a lot going on. As you saw when you came back to campus, whether you are a returning family or a new family, we did a lot of work, especially to buildings 2 through 5. We did a lot of structural work that needed to be done on our roofs and underneath. We did a lot of aesthetic work in the classrooms, but we also did some things to make us, as we're going to talk more about later, be stronger academically, right? We put smart boards in every classroom. We've trained our teachers on those, so it's been great. And then the blessing that God's given us, our enrollment is up by almost 15% this year. So it's very exciting. It's been a very, very exciting start to the school year. Lots of blessings from God.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, one thing we wanted to share with the families is some of the nuts and bolts of what makes everything work here, and even dealing with how does the funding work for the school, and how do our operations function? Could you go through, talk about tuition and financial aid and our annual fund?
Absolutely. So as we grow our school, and I talk more about this, and if you showed up to our State of the School night on Wednesday, you probably heard me talk about some of these things as well, is that we want to be deeper spiritually, stronger academically, and richer in our co-curricular offerings. And to do that, we have to expand programs. We have to hire great teachers. We have to hire great coaches. We have to hire great mentors, folks that are sponsoring fine arts, all these types of things and driving these programs. Not only that, we have to give these folks the tools they need to be successful, to pour into your kids. Well, all those things come with a cost. So as a school, there's ways that we make that cost. So the first, most immediate way is tuition. When we set tuition every year, basically we build out our budget and we say, okay, what is it going to take for us to cover the basic costs of the programs that we're trying to do to run our school?
Sure.
The next way, a big one I want to draw your attention to, is the Georgia SSO program. This is a very unique program that's unique to the state of Georgia, where our state, which we are so happy they do this, they allow citizens of the state of Georgia and businesses to divert a portion of their tax liability to the Georgia SSO program. So this is a dollar for dollar tax credit that allows us to supplement tuition, supplement our financial aid. So that's another great way that we bring in dollars to help support our programs. And then lastly, and the most important that we wanted to talk about today, is our Rise Fund. Right. Our Rise Fund is our annual giving campaign. We do this every year, and it is our annual fund. And what this is this helps us, if you say tuition enables us to do school at CCA, the Rise Fund enables us to do school with excellence. Right? This is what allows us to go deeper spiritually, stronger academically, and richer in our co-curriculars. And this is something we need the whole community to come out and give to us and participate in.
Great. Well, as we get closer to that season, they're going to be hearing a lot more from us. So families, be on the lookout. We'll be asking, are you ready for the Rise Fund, which is coming up in just a few short weeks. So you'll hear more communications. But just reviewing what we did last year, we were just blown away with the response from the community, our parents, grandparents, alumni. We had a record year of giving, raising nearly $300,000 through the Rise Fund. And we've seen that invested here at school. Right. Can you just touch on maybe some of the big ways we've invested over the last year in the programs?
Well, you keep hearing me saying these three things: deeper spiritually, stronger academically, richer in our co-curriculars. And I'm going to keep saying them because that's what we're about. So these funds enabled us to do things like give our worship team tools that help the worship experience be even better. It enabled us to do things like invest in our curriculum, invest in new staff, and invest in our co-curriculars, adding athletic programs, adding a fine arts director and additional fine arts programs. That a lot of these were directly funded from funds that we had for the Rise Fund. That had we not had such a good year, we probably wouldn't have been able to do some of the things we're able to do. So very excited.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're super blessed. And just a few quick points before we wrap up today. Sure. We want to share a date with everybody about the timing. So our fall festival is our big community celebration to celebrate doing this together. Everyone's involved, and we'll have that on Friday, November 7th. Right. So we've already met with some of our PTF leaders and other volunteers. We're excited about the fall festival. And maybe just lastly, once again, tell us who all should be involved with the Rise Fund.
Everybody. Everybody who loves CCA, everybody who loves kids at CCA, everybody who believes in our mission needs to be involved in the Rise Fund. And this is something that we're going to do as a community together. Why? You send your kids to CCA because you think it's right for your kids. You give to the Rise Fund because you think CCA is right.
Well, amen. Well, that's wonderful. Families, we look forward to sharing more with you over the next several weeks. And God bless, and remember, God is for us.